Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news, so guys, hold on tight because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the biggest rumors of the NFL offseason so far. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC North and significantly boost the Green Bay Packers' chances of another deep playoff run. You've heard the whispers, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, currently sitting at 4-7 and facing a bit of a rebuild after their recent struggles, might be willing to part ways with one of their most prized assets, Tristan Wirfs. That's right, the same Tristan Wirfs that's been a cornerstone of the Bucs' offensive line since he was drafted in 2020. And as wild as it sounds, the word on the street is that the Packers could be in the mix, offering a first-round pick and a fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Wirfs. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this really possible? Why would Tampa Bay give up such a key player? Well, let's break it down. First, the Bucs are in a bit of a cap crunch right now, with about $14 million in cap space. And they've got some looming deals that they need to sort out, especially with players like V potentially hitting free agency soon. They're also looking to rebuild their roster, focusing on bolstering their edge rush and secondary, which they currently see as more pressing needs than protecting Tom Brady's successor. That's where Wirfs comes into play. The guy is a beast, a true wall on the right side of the line, and he's been a dominant force since entering the league. His performance ratings are off the charts, a PFF grade averaging around 90, 2 over his career with a pass block grade of 91, 5 and run block at 89. 8, he's allowed just 120 pressures and only 10 sacks in his career, which is remarkable for a player so heavily relied on. His EPA per block, which measures his efficiency, sits at 0.17, and he boasts an 86% win rate in his blocks. Not to mention, he's been incredibly durable and consistent, with a snap count of over 92% in 2024. And in 2025, he played 11 games with no serious injuries, further boosting the Bucs' offensive line efficiency by around 16%. Now, why would Tampa Bay consider trading Wirfs? Well, they're facing some tough decisions. His cap hit is about $14 million, and with the looming deals for other key players like V, they might prefer to free up cap space and address more urgent needs. Plus, losing Wirfs would hurt their pass protection, which has already taken a hit this year. Their pass pro efficiency has dropped by about 20%, and they're allowing more sacks and pressures. It's a necessary step in their rebuild, even if it feels like losing a cornerstone. But for the Packers, this is a game changer. Imagine Tristan Wirfs protecting Jordan Love's blind side, giving him more time to make those big throws. His presence would dramatically improve the offensive line's overall rating, adding around plus 14% to their pass protection metrics. It would also open up more running lanes. Wirfs is a powerhouse in the run game, boosting yards after contact, YAC, and creating more opportunities for our backs. His ability to dominate against edges and double teams means that he could help us extend drives, convert third downs more efficiently, and even improve red zone success by around 18%. Moreover, having a guy like Wirfs who can neutralize some of the best pass rushers in the league would be huge, especially in cold, playoff-style games in Lambeau. Looking at the bigger picture, this potential trade could push the Packers into a new era of offensive line dominance. It's not just about immediate improvement. Wirfs is still in his prime, and his track record shows he's a titan on the field. His career stats over 6 seasons include 90 games played, a 90, 2 PFF grade and a pass block grade of 91, 5, which ranks among the best in the league. He's allowed only 10 sacks and 120 pressures, which is outstanding for an offensive tackle of his caliber. In 2024, he played 11 games with a PFF score of 88. 9, allowing only 2 sacks and 15 pressures, all while boosting the Bucs' run game and pass protection. His run blocking is elite, and he excels in run lanes, YAC, and creating mismatches against even the best defensive linemen. Now, let's think about how this impacts the Packers' season and their Super Bowl aspirations. With Wirfs on the team, the offensive line instantly becomes one of the best in the league. That means Jordan Love can operate with more confidence, less pressure, and more time to find his receivers or make that quick throw downfield. It's a recipe for explosive plays, especially in the red zone and on third downs. The Packers, currently sitting at a 7-3-1 record, would be even more formidable with a top-tier tackle protecting the quarterback and opening running lanes. It's not just about the offense, though. Strengthening the line also helps the defense, as longer drives mean more rest for our defense and less fatigue against opponents like the Vikings or other NFC contenders. And speaking of matchups, the potential addition of Wirfs could give the Packers a serious edge in key games. He's a dominant force, a true wall, and a player who can elevate the entire offensive scheme. His presence in the locker room and on the field would boost confidence and morale, reinforcing the message that the Packers are not just aiming to compete, but to dominate. The NFC is fiercely competitive this year, especially with teams like the Eagles and 49ers making big moves, but with Wirfs in the fold, Green Bay jumps into that elite tier of contenders. The odds would shift favorably, with bookmakers potentially lowering Super Bowl odds from plus 900 to around plus 600, reflecting how much of a difference such a player can make. Of course, there are skeptics. Some might wonder if the Bucs would really make such a move, especially for a player like Wirfs, who is widely regarded as one of the best tackles in the league. But if Tampa Bay is serious about their rebuild and needs to free up cap space quickly, a first and fourth round pick in 2026 is a reasonable offer for a player of his caliber. The impact on the Packers' offense would be immediate, transforming a good line into a great one, and setting the stage for a deep playoff run and potentially another Super Bowl appearance down the road. It's a bold move, no doubt, but one that could define the franchise's trajectory for years to come. Now just imagine the scene: Wirfs in a green and gold jersey, anchoring that offensive line, protecting our quarterback, and helping us push through the NFC to reach Super Bowl LXI. The excitement is real, and the possibilities are endless. This isn't just speculation, it's a strategic move that makes a lot of sense for both teams involved. The Packers have shown they're willing to invest in their offensive line and build a championship-winning roster, and adding a player like Wirfs would be a massive step toward that goal. The Bucs, on the other hand, are clearly looking at a rebuild, and sometimes a fresh start with draft picks is the way to go. So, Packers fans, buckle up. The offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and this potential trade could be a game-changer. Whether it happens or not, it's a reminder of how quickly the league moves, how strategic decisions can alter the course of a franchise, and how optimistic we should be about the future. The Green Bay Packers have always been about resilience, smart moves, and building a legacy, and this could be the next chapter in that story. We're all eager to see how this unfolds, and rest assured, I'll be right here breaking down every detail, every rumor, and every move that could bring us closer to that coveted Super Bowl title. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential deal? Are you excited about the idea of Wirfs lining up in green and gold? Do you think the Packers should pull the trigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Remember, this is a team built on community, passion, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. The journey to another Super Bowl is far from over, and with moves like this, who knows, maybe we're closer than ever.